inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down to the 26. So the Army of Black Knights offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Every team has impact players. What traits are you... For when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Let that cheat code offense. Keep going. Keep going.
Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Man, and all the visions and all the great things you anticipated happening for this fella, like in the first carry you put it on the deck, like that is a frustrating start, man. What a momentum swing in this game, too. Early fumble, early turnover to get this thing rolling.
Pressure coming.
It's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
And the pressure gets through again. Another sack.
How about this defense coming out the gates, first drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first drive.
Keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He makes the catch. He can get out, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it after 14. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Snagged in the middle, it's Beal. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. A first down run in the red zone. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backward. It's really nice stop on the run, the TFL. Now you got a big second down. Here probably expecting the offense to throw with a little bit more room to work with.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown Rebels. They're on the board first here in the
listen, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. Can they catch it? Oh, pick up your house. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff.
Into the end zone for the two-point conversion. That they take the lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, scored. The defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive.
And just keep doing what you were doing that last drive.
Now a hot opportunity to move the chains, keep this drive alive, and prevent all your sacks. They'll run the option. Shakes off the defender. He did not make it a stonewall on third down. The Rebels send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really, I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better.
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead. Put a drive together here and build on that.
Really great job of awareness by the defense that time. They found the ball. They found the jet sweep. And how about the speed? Being able to corral the ball carrier, get him down for a short gain.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback.
And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first.
David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the first?
Nice job. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Hit the ball, reward. Now they'll block harder and they'll block longer in the future.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield.
He's got him still on his feet. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
But this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Raleigh. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll start this drive going to the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Trying to set up the screen. He goes out the ball, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. A really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism, picking up the first down.
Looking for room at the 30. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Grabbed over the middle. Retains one. They bring him down, but a solid kickoff to put them in position to pick up the first down. Time winding down in the corner as they come online. On third and long, he has to throw for it. They're setting up the screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. They'll try to start the second quarter by putting points on the board with a field goal. Guys, it is Army who carries the lead into the quarter break. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. They trim the lead to 5. It's 15-10. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. These guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, Dave.
And so, Coleman, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Play action. Steps away. Outside the pocket. Chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. It's a new chapter in quarterback for Army after Bryson Daly's historic season led the nation with 32 touchdowns on the ground. Army had 12 wins, a school record. With Daly now a commissioned officer in the Army. Time for next man up, Jesse.
Yeah, and you're going to have to be able to run the football. You're going to have to be able to make great decisions, though, in the option game. something a lot of times we take for granted. It's not just making good decisions throwing it, but understanding when to dive, when to keep it, when to pitch. That's what makes this Army offense run so smooth.
They'll run the option. Got a little space. Breaks into the open.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game-worn, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now this offense will take the field again. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Motion from the back. Wants to throw on first down. Gets rid of it. Got it in the middle. It's Beal. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Rebels are in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for their first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Pulls it in, it's Beal. And right out of bounds after the good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line. And the Rebels will snap it on first and 10. Got a man in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. To the air on first down. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Do it. Hold him on the line. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got a no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
The Black Knights, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Use the play fake. Now the throw. Looking to the big time. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate, easy throw. And you can tell these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
You want to end a play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And don't complicate things. Give it to the big fella. By the way, the fullback blocks all the time, does all the dirty work. Hand it to him, let him plow ahead, Palmer, and get that first down.
Are we in a time warp? Like, what year is this? Is this 1995? We're handing off to fullbacks again. That's a play that is basically extinct now in college football, but I love it because it caught the defense off guard, able to get a nice one there.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. On the move to his left. Here goes
Let direct.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up.
Green 25.
The snap sets up the throw. He's into the end zone from the 2 and extends the lead.
And it's more common to throw for the two-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot, you can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice two-point conversion.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity.
Looking deep down the right side. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
Pass interference, defense.
So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21. The Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Going to try to get it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Rebels are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back.
Intercepted. They were back in the loop, and they stopped the run. They'll bring him down to the 14-yard line, and then return of the interception as this offense with spectacular field position. Army has it back in the offense ready to go. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He got his man to the right. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Got away from trouble and gets it up.
offensive coordinator, you might want to start thinking about spying this QB because of his speed and athleticism. He just showed you how he can hurt you getting out on the perimeter and then throwing. If you've got somebody athletic that can go sideline to sideline, that might be a good move moving forward.
In the middle, he's Fulton. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Here comes the field goal unit as he'll try to take the 3. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid. And that lead. Even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Flower. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here. Now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in West Point for an entertaining first half than you? And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Hudson inside venerable Nike Stadium.
The Black Knights will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Flowers. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half. So now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
They'll try the right side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Right down the middle. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Rebels headed quickly to the line.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
On third down, he drops the throw. He'll run deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Rebels decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. The give on the counter. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
Yeah, it's a really good job with the misdirection, right? Bringing somebody's one direction with so much speed, the defense reacts. Now you bring another guy the other direction. Hard to see one and then react to the other, especially with that kind of speed on the field. And that's why you had a big play.
Now adjusting. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bobbles him up.
Well, it was a nice play there, handing it off to the fullback, and the defense is lucky. That strong safety game downhill, he made that tackle. If he doesn't make it, who knows, guys? I mean, that might have been a touchdown.
They'll send the back in motion. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back. To back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Working downfield on first down. Throwing right. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
They'll try to run. Not much room
against run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And this is going to be incomplete on third down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And for the second time tonight, they'll try out the field goal kicker. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is extended a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Bowling Green looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program that's won before, and they might just add some more hardware before the year is out. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out in the end zone was not a good one. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Looking to release to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive.
Get on it! Get on it! Oh!
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Takes the easy one to the back. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
The Rebels will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's for the play caller right now, just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. And we got the lead.
You need my glasses? Are you blind or something?
The delay of game pushes the offense back.
On the set. Roll the boys. Time to go. Easy.
shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this.
He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. The option look. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground. And it's been more of the same in the second half of this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football.
And they'll try to tack on 2. They'll go to the air. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. Good work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down, using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run the sneak for it. And the Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now the throw. Got his man downfield. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. We've reached the break, and Army has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work with a receiver going in motion. Off the play fake. Pocket brings down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. That'll be... First down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. This dude is putting in work out of the slot, and he is just wearing out this defense.
Man, you see it, Reese, in football. These slot guys are so quick, so athletic. You back them up off the football so you can't get hands on them, and you just find ways to continue to get him the football. He's making plays, so I'm going to continue to throw it his way.
The Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Right now, let's go get 6.
Power football with the run. He's not going to make it. What a job on this defense to stop him in his tracks.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Unloads to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Called that.
Delay of game. Offense.
Come on, Rev.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there.
We watching this. See the replay. Here we go.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you've got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Really good 3rd down defense. Nice job playing the option, responsibility football, but still aggressive downhill, ready for the push.
And he sacked a big play on 4th down to stop this drive. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense.
Get some points on the board.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Down just outside the red zone. He moves at the 22. A first down for the offense. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. High the chains now on second and long. He'll throw it on the read. And a decent game there before the defense makes a stop.
When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
And the extra point is good. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Sends it back in motion. And keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Here comes the option. And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Black Knights come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it in quickly to the receiver. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Motion from the back. Trying to make magic with his feet. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. Wants to throw and a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages and maybe allowing the football underneath in the middle of the field rather than make a tackle and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. To the air on first down. Got his man on the line. How much does it help your blocking scheme to have a guy who finds the crease? He gets to the 39. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Safe completion on the screen. Creates a little space. There we go. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. And explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Do it again. Here we go.
Back, boy, press the back.
Hit him deep.
Wants to throw again. Fires in the end zone. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only he got the football, but defensive field position with the return.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. Here we are late in an obvious passing situation, trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. He'll ride his man on the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Quarterback on the keeper. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half.
A phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Shotgun snap. Lost the throw it after. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Smashes it through for the PAT. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Houston had an impressive showing at home today. And I know the fans there in Clutch City are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously,
make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
It's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock and they're hard workers.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. On the option. It's a runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. The Black Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Goes to the option. He'll keep it himself. Now the pitch. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity to get it to your side.
Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Smashes it between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trying to knock him.
So the Kansas State Wildcats offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him. They'll pick you apart like you did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Johnson looking to throw. He's complete to the right. And they wrap him up, and not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Pass completion move to sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Using his legs, they try to cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense stick with you. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Kansas State really has this drive rolling. Motion from the wideout. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. plays, even when it's a design play, and it's a design run like here, fine, but then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausted.
Looking for a crease to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Now run it. And now he's got room. He got the first down and more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Johnson wants to throw. Uncorks it. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big long touchdowns and all that stuff. Trying together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
He'll start the return inside the stride. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. The give to the fullback. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Using his feet to buy time. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game one, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down. And the Black Knights will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Now they'll try the right side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They'll have to get into the 37 on 3rd down. Johnson looking to throw. Couldn't find a man, just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Now on the option. He'll do it himself. He'll pitch it. He breaks the tackle. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Off the play fake on first down. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Goes to the tight end. He's getting up and in. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding. Defense.
And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. And after that penalty, the defense is almost out of real estate to defend. It's first and goal on the 1. They're trying to slip it in. And he takes it in. Score! Lining up to tack one more into that lead.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Army has it back, and the offense ready to go. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Here they're trying to get to the edge. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3. To the 20-yard line.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Looking to throw. It's plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. And the Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. He'll toss it. Makes the stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There's a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown. He's definitely going to be able to at least get positive.
And now they push the ball through. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Great place to start with this offense. Off the play fake on first down, lost the throw. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Now the play fake. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. And that will
defense a ton of credit in this sudden change situation. The offense just coughed it up. And this defense comes out, they go 3 and out and force a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that. Hey, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so probably no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop. Who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Finds the tight end. Hard-hitting tackle.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what throws the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. On the option. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on third down. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Black Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Johnson wants to throw. Rushes on him. Call got rid of it. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Bradley. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be a great unit defensively, you've got to be good on third down and in the red zone. This defense giving up a third down like that is just a good pitch.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a look on this camera, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Wants to throw on third. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. They'll immediately call timeout.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They're dealing with a second and long. Johnson looking to throw.
frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Over the middle, it's Edwards. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up, way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, put more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Manhattan. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how to give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
Steamroller, baby.
To the ground with the back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Johnson wants to throw. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. Kansas State back at it after picking up the first down. Takes the handoff. It's Edwards. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Oh, he's got some space. Kansas State. And the play has started.
He can go that far to the house. Great big plays. Showed you a little bit of vision. Showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in there and got the long touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Always expected and unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Louisville rolled to victory, and how about that Cardinals quarterback? Remember, this is a program that produced Lamar Jackson, so to crush about a play call there, that's saying something. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Gets the back moving. The pitch. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line.
And after your defense just went out there and gave them a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the outside.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Looking for a productive play on first down. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Now they're going to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare.
And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down. And the Black Knights are marching down the field. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. This drive facing a little adversity now after that last play. It's 2nd and 20. Wants to go up top. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you've got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Go for the pass, B.
The play action fake. There's the pressure. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Black Knights will call on their punt team. He takes it at the 45. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field.
Here we go, here we go. James, keep it moving.
On the run, it's Edwards. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll give it to the back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on third down. Looking to take a shot. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. And the Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now he goes. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. He'll pull it on the read. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Fires to the middle.
On the space department now.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Pulls it in. It's 4. Stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior. Makes a play after the grab.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of football.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on 3rd down. On the run, still looking. Pass not close as he got twirled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He gambles and throws one all the way back to the left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll run play action. Quarterback now breaking the field. Great job by the savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. That's the end of the period, and Kansas State is on top. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They go back to work in the final period of this one. On the option. Now the toss. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a 9-yard loss.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart that, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Keeps looking downfield. Got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up to gets him to the ground with the sack.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Takes the grab. It's flat. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Behind the line. It's still on it. He's loose. There's a goal. Kansas State. And once he found open space, the big man start playing.
This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense obviously just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. What a turn that last drive was. It didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They've got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And the Black Knights are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Crosses the 35. Left side. Running inside the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Black Knights.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that. Put some points on the board. So it's not all bad.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything is dialing up. These guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll go to the ground. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you get great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4 down.
This guy is a daring punt return, man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. Dropping back, it's Coleman. Moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. They'll run the option. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Big 3rd down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. Wants to go on top. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Looking downfield for the 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. The Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Never had a chance. One coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's flying outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to...
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. He'll keep it himself. Makes a man miss. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Scanning the field, it's Coleman. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Black Knights racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's short. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. They'll run the option. Quick toss. And they'll run him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
All right, offense, keep pushing the ball downfield.
Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock.
Make a play here.
2nd down, he'll throw it. The short hands. It's short. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Black Knights line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. The Black Knights really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab over the middle. It's short. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air, it's Coleman. And the pass goes incomplete, and that's going to do it. Strike 0, ball game is over. Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team with this one it got rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah, not a lot to be too proud about in this one here. Good news is you get to go back to the drawing board. You get to go back, you get to have another week of practice as a coaching staff, try and find ways to get players in position to go out and make plays. You're going to need a big locker room speech after this one, David.
Yeah, and you're going to watch this tape, and it's going to hurt because you're going to watch the coaches, you're going to see the mess-ups and all the things you could have done better, but you got to learn from it, you got to get better, you got to grow, and that's how that works.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.